Hey everyone, welcome to day 5 of the Easter amigurumi challenge, the crochet challenge where I pick one random egg from this selection here and I crochet the prompt that happens to be inside. If you haven't seen the previous day's challenges, there will be links for all of those down in the description, but today we're just going to dive straight on in and I'm going to pick my egg, which will be, we'll go with the purple one, and inside we have glitter going everywhere as usual. A bunny, another lovely picture by my oldest niece. So a bit of constructive criticism on the drawing. I think that looks like a cat. It's still very cute, don't get me wrong, but I would say that is a cat. I think that's a little bit mean picking on the 5-year-old's drawing, but that will be my assignment today, to crochet a cute little bunny. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos, I have mentioned that I will be keeping all of these patterns nice and small, and I tend to do the same thing today just because I have to limit the amount of time I crochet for medical reasons. So I actually have a cute bunny pattern already that I want to crochet up. I made this pattern a while ago now, back in one of my chunky yarn phases when I was trying to use up as much of it as I possibly could. So I just want to recreate that. Possibly while I'm at it, I will adjust and edit the pattern a little bit. I just got to find out where I saved that file because it's been a while. I found the bunny pattern. I am going to use up this soft brown yarn, which I also used in the hot cross bun pattern. What else will I need? I'll probably need a little bit of white for the tail. But other than that, I reckon we're set. I'm just going to make this a solid coloured bunny. I think that's everything I need. Let's get started. I don't know how well it's going to show up on my second camera, but there is glitter literally everywhere. Bringing glitter into this project was not my smartest idea, but unfortunately those were the only hollowed out eggs that I could find. I couldn't find any other variety, so glitter it was. Now I'm paying for it. Now it's time to play. What size safety eyes should we use? Today's contenders are 14mm, 16mm, and I was going to say 12mm, but I don't know where I've put my 12mm eyes. Though, let's be real here, I think 12mm eyes are going to be a little bit too small, so it's between the 14 and the 16. Let's give the 14s a go first. That looks a bit small to me. I think I said during the hot cross bun video that when it comes to safety eyes, oftentimes the larger they are, the cuter they look. Although I did point out in that video too that it's not always the case. Not always the case, but most of the time it's the case. Yeah, I think the 16 looks better. I think I'll go with that. And I'll need to add some stuffing to the head. And like with my previous projects, I'll be using up my yarn scraps to do that because I have so many of the bloody things. Head stuffed. Now I just need to continue on crocheting the body, and I'll just continue to add the stuffing as I go. I'm pretty sure in this pattern did I have separate legs or did I do popcorn stitch legs? No, I made separate legs, so I'm going to crochet the legs separately rather than as part of the pattern. If I'm remembering rightly, I did that because when I crocheted this pattern, the popcorn stitches just looked a little bit too small, which is sad because I do like a good popcorn stitch, although I have already made a popcorn stitch rabbit pattern. If you're interested in that, I'll put a link for that down in the description. It's very similar to this pattern and just uses popcorn stitches as legs. Need to remember what round I was on. That would be helpful. Okay. Round 12. Round 12. Remember that for me because I'll forget in the next 30 seconds. Done. Well, at least the body's done, and I really like this shape. I think it's pretty cute. The title of this pattern was Sleepy Bunny, and yeah, I think that's accurate. All I need to do now is crochet sort of the extremities. I need to crochet the ears, the legs, and the tail. And that's really it. I don't think I'm going to add anything else to this bunny. Maybe I'll add like a little nose, just embroider on a couple of little details. But other than that, this is a really simple pattern, which is good because that's what I wanted for this challenge. So let's get those done. Well, it's been a number of hours because I ended up having to take a pretty big break, but nonetheless, all of my pieces are now crocheted. I've got all my little limbs and such. I have the body, which means it's time to take these and add them to this. Not like that. We'll do it properly. I bug it up there at the end. I made my rabbit look like a dog. So a bit of constructive criticism. It doesn't look bad. I think it's still cute, but that is very much a dog face, not a rabbit face. You just have to look at it from the side rather than the front. But there we go. My day 5 challenge is complete. So all up so far, I've crocheted the rabbit, the basket, the hot cross bun, the egg, and the flower crown. Now I have 2 more eggs to go. Stay there, please. 2 more eggs to go. My plan was to crochet those as well, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to call this challenge there because I've noticed the last couple of days my shoulder's been getting a little bit sore. I've had issues with my back and my neck. I do not want to exacerbate those, so I'm going to have to take a break from crochet for a little while. These last few weeks have been so incredibly frustrating, but I do not want to do any long-term damage. The best thing I can do for myself at the moment is just manage my medical situation very, very carefully. So that's what I'm going to do. And also, like, on top of all of this, I am going to crochet most of these patterns again to create the written patterns. Speaking of which, for all my patrons, these patterns, or the original ones, will be available. I'm hoping to get them out by the end of depends when this video goes up, but like sort of the week after Easter. Unfortunately, they won't be ready in time for Easter, but yes, the week after, that is my aim. Kind of a bit of a sad end. I didn't expect to stop here, but again, I just have to. Before we wrap up, before we finish, we are going to do one last Easter amigurumi. And our final featured creator for the Easter amigurumi challenge series is Vicki. And she says, predominantly crochet and knitting, but happy to try most crafty things at least once. Vicki keeping it short and sweet there, and she has provided a link to a YouTube channel, so please go and give her a subscribe. If you would like to apply for the hookup, there is a link to a Google form down in the description. You know what, before we go, I was going to finish there, do my usual outro, but before we finish up, I am just going to take a quick look at these final 2 prompts. So I've only got 2 to go. I have the blue egg and the yellow egg. Let's do the yellow one first. What do we got in here? The chicken, and that is my second dinosaur picture from my youngest nephew. So that was one of the ones I missed out on, which is sort of disappointing. I would have liked to crochet a cute little chicken. And then what have we got in the last one? we have chocolate, which, I mean, that's an Easter staple, isn't it? Chocolate. And honestly, I don't know what I would have crocheted for that, because I've crocheted an egg. I suppose I should have just crocheted a chocolate bar, but that doesn't seem particularly interesting, just like a brown slab. I would have made it work somehow, maybe. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching this video, and thank you even more if you stuck with me through this entire series. Another thank you to my patrons for your amazing support. You guys can expect all these written patterns again in about a week or so. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it, share it if you think it's worth sharing, and I will see you all on Friday with another video. Just a regular crochet or crochet adjacent video. We're sort of done with the Easter stuff for now. Until next year at least. Hopefully next year I'll be able to actually get around to playing bingo, because I was very disappointed that I didn't get to play it this year. But what can you do? What can you do? Okay. Enough rambling. See you on Friday.